It also says your 4 friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think they mean the 4 friends, which we do have 4 of, and we do call them our friends.
Yes,
that would be awkward.
Your slaves.
That would be very awkward.
Mine actually. Yeah, we have quite a lot of.
Where's Bria, Gorvel, John, and Harmir? This was like a charity dinner for them. They were unfortunate.
So either
Brought the rich people instead and brought like hundreds of gold worth of clothes. Jeez.
So, your 4 friends, your 4 party members, or the 4 friends. Hopefully, it's not the 4.
That would be an impressive dinner.
As a high Grimith.
Get fucked.
Well, like Manakai's message with motherfucker. I kind of wanted context for that, but...
I'm having celebratory ice cream.
Yes, I wear those motherfuckers as badges of pride.
I'll be right back then. I'll get my drink.
Are you celebrating, Gryph?
My dad got discharged from hospital today.
Woo!
So very, very happy. And I ate chocolate ice cream. Nom nom nom. And now just choking.
What kind of flavor of ice cream are you eating, choking?
Bourbon vanilla with Belgian chocolate.
Well, I'm glad you guys really started this call. You're certainly very chatty.
I'm munching on food.
How are you doing, Grimith?
Give you the same answer I gave Dark. Fuck you. I gave him get fucked. Fuck you.
Yay! Just make sure to get the antibacterial hand wipes.
It's none of your business how I'm doing. Don't you focus on things that should matter, like your icon relationship dice. Tag passive aggressive.
That was very passive.
Yeah.
I guess I have to work on that part, guys. Yeah. Retweet. Hashtag aggressive.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, just before we go too much, can I like just spend like a recovery? That should be fine, right?
Well, I guess you've had a lot of 5-minute periods in which you could have spent recovery.
Oh god, that's way more than I expected. God damn it. I'll save that good roll for later.
No, I rolled high.
He's looking at the 12
all I
missing.
needed was average. And now I'm wasting all these hit points. God.
If a Manaki gets a good thing, he complains.
No, might as well.
Alright.
You
This
too,
is...
Thomas. You too.
You want to do it too, Fargus? I know you got 1 hit point missing.
Yeah,
Give me
sure.
a 12.
How about
I
you,
also-
Dark, with your 7 missing hit points?
I considered, but nah, I think I'm good.
Alright.
Yeah, considering I would have 3 recoveries left, I'm not gonna...
Yes.
Oh, the freed
I have all my
recoveries are
recoveries.
real.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome back, kids, to 13th Age. You know, a week of downtime passed. Last session ended with so much hope and ambition. We're gonna go out and do all these fucking things, guys, and
Yes.
we're gonna figure out all this information, and we're gonna learn news about the Dragon Empire, and man, we're gonna, you know, apply ourselves towards an objective. Get wrecked, 4. And what happened? Well, what happened? Manaki and Gryph, your characters, in theory, did a thing together. Tell me about that thing. Tell everyone about the thing.
Yes. What, at least Purim was doing most of the time this week, was that he was repairing, with Tempus, upon Yurm's Hall. The ancient artifact that it is, have been broken for quite some time, both in wall panels and in magical sort of thread, chronomancy, who knows? Magic. And it has taken them a week, but at the end of this week, it should be working. Now, all that's needed to activate it is a powerful 9th level spell.
Yes,
So-
the device comes to life. The gears were in place. There is no need for skill checks from either you or Tempus. The device is fully functional, subject to the rules that were mentioned in the Gear Off Treasure document. It is only if you wish to move it that you need to perform the ritual or communicate with the device.
Exactly. So we can now add, or presumably remove, rooms from the space.
You most certainly can, subject to the rules that were also applied in the document.
All we need is a couple 100 gold pieces, and then more for furniture. So we haven't done it yet because people have been in here most of the time, and the device will not allow us to modify it while there are people in it.
Yes, they would have to be within the master module, which is the room where Dwohurim sleeps.
It's too moral to do that otherwise. Can't throw people into space or something like that. Yeah, but that's done. It's been hard work, but you know, I think Herm has been enjoying it a lot, and probably mood has been pretty good. And if Tempus has felt the same way, perhaps it's been a bonding experience of nerding over all this technology.
All right. And I haven't heard anything much from Tempus about doing things outside of this area, so I presume that for the entire week, he's stuck here, helping Dwohurim.
Yeah,
Alright.
because in the real world suck.
Okay, Tempus, was no need for any skill checks as mentioned, and certainly you can feel a great sense of accomplishment at getting this unique device up and running again. You don't really understand the fusion of magic and machinery, given how Tempus is incapable of casting magic spells. The machinery part, you got. It's certainly at least as intricate as you yourself are, if not more so. Now,
Herm has probably multiple times speculated that Tempus might be like from one of these Geroth places, or at least made by someone who practitions it.
it is not impossible. From the flying realms of Geroth is whence this treasure came. An island, of course, which crashed far to the north over 400 years ago.
It'll be one of those ones. It's like, we should go there sometime.
Well, most of it, I hear, was scavenged and taken here to High Rock, as it was. The shapers of the Second Serval even theorized in their dying moments that these treasures might indeed have been what brought the horde of monsters, or whoever led them, to the city. Clearly, some of them are still here. We live in one.
Well, I'm sure there's more. And we'll
Very well
find them.
be, he says, looking at Tempus.
All right. That has certainly been a very productive and eventful week, and Manaki and Gryph did talk enough during the time and conveyed their interest regarding the device to me that I had a great sense of how to handle it. Now, for everyone not named Dwohurim Harsca or Tempus Malleator, tell me, what the fuck happened? What'd you guys do? What are the haps?
You know, we probably walked around, tried to discreetly inquire about what is going on, which probably turned out rather funny, as mechanically Thomas was over his magic item limit, which meant that he was acting rather less restrained than usual.
Define less restrained.
You know, basically every goblin on the way was definitely in the Black Fang, and we should have taken him right there and questioned him. But Leon and Fargus probably didn't let Thomas, which made him very sad.
No. You are not going to beat up every goblin we run across.
And that bugbear definitely looked at you funny, and you need retribution right now.
You went through the Goblin Marketplace, right? Right?
Yeah. It was a bit. But other than that, at least for Thomas, he met in a rather severe-looking paladin who we got talking to.
Yes, Sir Roland Abendroth, the Witchfinder. It's a good thing you didn't try to question him about being in the Black Fang.
Yes, I mean, that would just have ended badly, I think. But he did tell us his opinions about what the Great Silver Worm is about, and he basically said, yeah, you're looking for an organization of this Great Silver Worm? Well, there isn't any. He's just kind of in the tower. And the priestess never sleeps and is always at the bottom of the tower, accepting the offerings and doing prayers and just being there. And so, if we were hoping for some sort of magical, super secret silver organization, then we are out of luck.
In theory, if the Great Silver Worm is actually imprisoned in the tower, you could endeavor to attempt to free her from the tower, and then have a conversation with her, subject to Imperial outrage and wrath falling upon you, because she's been imprisoned there for a reason.
Yeah, so that was a thing. We probably also stopped at some point to buy outrageously expensive, outrageous clothing.
And the real reason for that price inflation was that Thomas was such an ass the entire time,
Yes.
trying to inquisit all of the goblins who were outfitting him in various decadent finery and jewelry.
He was like, you touch my friend again and I'll murder you. But I was just taking his measurements. Oh,
You said 100 gold pieces for those decadent outfits.
That is what the... Well, rather, you can spend up to 100 gold pieces. Actually, you can spend as much as you want, but 100 gold pieces is the suggestion.
Well, I will take the suggestion.
Right. And speaking of bugbears earlier, yeah, I could have visited Yuzuk Bloodtongue as well. I know Dark wanted to handle that. And yeah, he'll certainly take his share.
You know, he's welcome. Here's the gold. Plops on the desk.
Like, he won't even...
Backs.
He won't even, like, try to inflate the rates more, or, like, try to argue about it. He'll just take it. He won't even invite you for dinner. He'll just dismiss you.
He's so happy
Now-
that he got something. Yeah.
Now I'm offended.
Are there many bugbears left?
Leon, Thomas, and Fargus do not encounter many bugbears in visiting Yuzuk Bloodtongue.
Well, now he's a very rich bugbear, so
Yes,
maybe
he
he
is.
can have some more.
He's got some wounds on him, but Yuzuk probably gave more than he got.
Yeah. And maybe now he'll work with us again sometime.
Or maybe he'd be like, oh god, these guys got everyone killed.
I mean, we defeated the Hello Talons and the Scarlet Serpents, basically like 10 times his territory, and to give him like 800 gold, so he's probably okay. Everything considered.
Alright, that was Thomas's view.
Yeah, we also went to see Fear Everliving, who divulged some information about Fargus is all older and what he thinks the Blue is up to. He doesn't really know much about what's going on in the city, though. And yeah, but some of the information was useful, and Fargus agreed to help him sometime in the future with something he needed. Not really sure what that will be, but yeah.
In the case of Leon, well, due to me getting bombarded with things IRL, I didn't actually have a good amount of chance, and also partially because I forgot about it at one point, depressingly. But Leon, you know, for the most part, just went around with the others, making sure they're not alone in Dragonhold, because that's a stupid idea. Also, I guess, restraining Thomas from beating up every goblin.
Yes, Thomas was very unreasonable, so much unlike him.
What's got into you, Thomas?
Well, Leon would certainly have spent enough time around magic and magical items to identify magic item possession whenever he sees it, when the quirks have become so overpowering that they begin to take control of a person. Thankfully, Thomas has quirks which are not incredibly radical, unlike some other magic item quirks other players may or may not possess.
I wonder who. Not looking at anyone in particular.
But yes, Sheep did, for a time, exceed his magic item limit. I put it in my notes, and I forgot to bring it up whenever I realized he was keeping everything. And so I, thought I'd bring it up now. I was like, hey, Which, let's have that be a reminder right now. Why don't you all take the time and mention all of the magic items you possess, as well as their tiers?
Okay. Tempus has some magical armor, which is adventure. He has a needle in his boot, which is adventure.
Yep.
And he has a ring of protection, which is adventure. That's 3 adventure, leaving him a spare adventure slot.
Alright.
I have a belt, which is adventurer tier, and I have a sword, which is champion tier.
Champion tier, yes.
I have armor, which is adventure tier, and a gem that is champion tier.
I have a cloak, a wand, a ring, and a sword, all adventure tier.
And a sad, cursed staff.
No, I don't have that anymore. I hope I don't have that. He's like stuck to my back, but I don't know what it tells me.
Do champion tier items always count as 2 slots, or only because we are adventurer tier still?
Only because you're adventure tier.
Alright, okay.
Next level.
When you level up to next level, those champion tier items will only count as 1.
If we had an epic tier item now, would that be 3?
It would certainly be 3.
4?
It would be 3. Whenever you progress to champion tier, it will then count as 2, and when you reach epic tier, an epic tier item will count as 1.
Alright. Good. Wonderful.
So adventure and champion tier items will still count as 1s. The minimum value is 1.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright. The temperature doesn't get much better over the week of downtime. Exceedingly cold. How well your characters adapt to it is up to you. Thankfully, given your establishment, your place of residence, which does not fluctuate in temperature, you are able to keep safe at night, and with the food stocks you have, which are certainly dwindling, you are able to prevent yourselves from starving or dehydrating. As such, I will not necessitate any checks to survive in this exceedingly harsh climate. For you are not just in poor weather conditions, but you are in Dragonhold, the city of monsters, ruled by the mistress of sorcery herself. It is currently the 4th of Fireseek. That is the 2nd week of the new year. You have passed by that week-long month called Needfest, and you are into an actual month proper. You are, in theory, approaching the latter portions of winter, though the temperatures do not feel as if they are increasing, or if they are, it's by a minute margin. And the day welcomes you as it always does, blistering cold the moment you decide to step fucking foot outside. And you're able to congregate and go about talking with each other as you do. I cede control of the conversation. Back to you.
Dwohurim will inform everyone that he has had a wonderful dinner invitation to the manor and territory of a green dragon and her fashionable half-elf husband. He's allowed to bring all of you if you dress for the occasion. He suggests you come and eat to get nice and get a good layer of fat on you before we run out of food and have to scavenge the streets for food, because that's not going to be fun. So,
how fancy are we talking here?
What does that mean, dress for the occasion?
Dress so that you won't look out of place in a very lavish banquet.
Dwohurim would have been informed along with the invitation that weapons and armor will be confiscated at the door.
Yes. Hopefully not sticks from old men.
I was just saying, if you still had that cursed stick.
Yeah, I can't give it to you. Please. So you will give it or we will shoot. No, please, God damn it.
You try to take it. You take it, it disappears from their hands.
You give it to them like 10 minutes later while you're sitting at the dining table. It teleports back to you. Oh, motherfucker.
Sure, he tries to look elegant as he eats and sort of like stuff smacking the back of the head, smashing his head into the table.
No, what it'll be Grimith will just be like, Manaki, just could you roll a 20 for me? 19, damn it. 18, damn it. 1, perfect.
Charges through the wall. Yeah. But luckily we got rid of that thing.
Roll me a charisma-based check to talk to the dragon.
Oh my god.
And we should get a rust monster and have it in a rope, by the way. Like ride it around. Are they large? Can we get a large one? Is that a thing? Because that would be the perfect wizard mount.
Rust monsters are medium-sized creatures, and a mere rope would not be enough to hold it. The creature can still consume non-metallic substances. It just doesn't want to.
Yeah.
It might make an exception for a wizard trying to ride it.
Regardless, maybe it's nice. We should dress for the occasion. There is a dragon, draconic magic practitioner, even. So not looking too shabby is probably good, but probably not like crowns and golden swag necklaces and whatnot. That might be too much.
He doesn't mention what kind of magic.
Look fashionable.
Expensive and elegant.
Probably some form of draconic magic. Oh.
I see.
I do hope that the meeting goes better than our last meeting with a dragon, for its sake.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess time to go shopping for some clothes then.
Yeah, it's tonight, by the way, so, you know.
Oh. Where can we get these clothes?
I think Thomas knows.
Yeah, there's a certain goblin.
But let's go to their competitor.
Yes.
That one sounded a bit angry.
Yeah.
Too late, his reputation's already spread.
Apparently Thomas punched him in the face before paying.
I
defended myself from the Black Fang assassin.
I had to forcefully drag you out of the shop, Thomas.
Yes, don't pull any of that with a dragon.
I'll punch dragons if I want to.
Moment where I sincerely regret Thomas changing his incremental advanced magic item.
If not, I would take it literal and bring the 4 friends that we have. They'd be very surprised, I think.
But don't you have 5? You have the 3 people outside and then the 2 people inside.
That's
What
true.
he's trying
Who
to
would have
say
to
is-
stay home?
He's saying one of them's not his
Oh,
friend.
all of you friends, come here. Not you, John. Everyone but John. Going to the lavish banquet. That would be not nice. The pony would miss out as well. Regardless. Should probably buy some clothes. You suddenly go and buy a new clean, like wizard cloak. Wizards are supposed to wear cloaks, and his current sort of leathery, torn, sort of pelted attire of dirt and grime is probably not what they're looking for.
No. This new cloak is being encrusted with aquamarines and shit.
He's like blue shit and like weird runes in the sleeves that means like potato in magic language, but nobody reads it. So, very fancy looking robes.
I guess Fargus will also
Pay for that.
buy something, muttering all the while and complaining about how useless this sort of dressing up thing is, and people don't understand the
No,
necessity.
Fargus doesn't have to go to the banquet.
No.
Yes,
It
it
was
does.
said that actually the dragon doesn't like druids very much because they, well, you know what they do. You know what they're like, Fargus. So
Fargus should go infiltrate something.
if you don't want to come,
Fargus will not dismiss an invitation. Goddammit!
all right, sure. just
This
try
is-
not to
Interesting.
just try not to validate any negative opinions.
This is great. Like, this is useless. You don't have to go. I have to go.
I'm forced to you. You're forcing me to go by going.
I'm being passive aggressive right now.
Let me sulk. Don't question it.
But yeah, Fargus definitely have to go.
All right. I will not subjugate you folks to skill checks. You can spend your morning and afternoon acquiring clothes for the price that was listed, or any other price that you would like to expend. More is better, of course.
Huron will spend 30 gold pieces. That's more than we got paid for walking through the forest of death. It'll buy him nice robes.
Yeah, Fargus spent 100 gold.
Like 100 golds to get something that is wonderfully fancy, I get that. How much for something where I can hide weapons in it?
Well,
Please,
hiding-
please, Tempus, don't pull.
I
this.
mean, you can try to hide weapons in any sort of thing, but you will be checked. Which means that you will be making a skill check when you're
It
checked.
said in the letter that we would be checked. So
Okay.
That
Something
would definitely
wonderfully
be
fancy.
That would
With a
definitely
tall
be a
hat.
sleight of handy side thing. I mean, there's gonna be no consequences if you do.
yeah, you
poorly
don't
on the
need
skill
weapons,
check.
right? You can just pick up like a table deck or steal one from somebody. If
That's true. I can pick up a steel leg at the table, or the cutlery. I can use the cutlery that we're going to be
well,
throwing.
those would certainly be improvised weapons and do poorly. Your cutlery is made to harm people.
Let's just hope that we don't have to defend ourselves from a dragon with
Yes,
improvised
that-
weaponry.
Well, I mean,
I'm professional.
me and Dwohurim will be okay, I think.
Okay. No weapons, but something with a top hat.
That can be arranged.
Really dapper.
100
Weaponized
gold
top hat.
pieces. I want a monocle. Even a monocle. Haha.
Like another steampunk person. A handkerchief. Beyond that, the clothes also have to be warm. Like the boots have fur in them.
You
Because
you
it's
may wish
freaking
to make them
cold.
practical for the environment in which you are currently located.
Yeah, like
Really
fancy-
fucking cold,
fancy
and we gotta
fur
walk
clothes.
like half the ruins to get there. And I'm not gonna change in the cold outside their house. That would just be weird.
Oh,
So-
just get something like a big cloak, made out of the hair of drow or something.
beyond that, for also time to take a bath. I know that you're not familiar with this, Fargus, but washing yourself is normally polite.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, Gryph, if you really want that cloak made out of like the hair of the silver folk, sure, if that's what you really want.
What?
Oh my god! That would be one hell of a way to piss off any drow at this party.
I mean, it's only hair, right? People shed it all the time, freely given. I'm sure they have hair donation charities in the Dragon Empire.
No,
And in Dragonhole.
He'll want to find something like a pelt of a very fancy beast and use that as his cape.
All right, I can
Cloak.
I can have the pelt of an owlbear.
Oh, yes! And it's got hoods, and it's his hat, his head, it just like raises up, and he looks like an owl. Yes, yes, yes. I am all for this.
Fantastic. I'm glad we can come to some sort of arrangement.
I'm slightly concerned.
It's one job. Owlbear, Hunter, and Pelter. Sell them as pricey clothing.